Why should you tithe as a child of God? Why should you pay your tithes? We're going to be taking our text from Malachi chapter 3. We're starting from verse 8. But the main verse is from 10. But let me start from verse 8. And it says, I'm reading from my Bible, that's why you see me bending down. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. Bring you all the tithe and offering into my storehouse, that there might be meat in my house. And prove me now and see, if I will not open unto you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, such that there will not be enough room to fill it. This is the word of God to us concerning those people that pay tithe. Hello everyone, you're welcome. If you're new here, you're welcome to Jesus Baby Girl, where we talk about Jesus, where we're loud about Jesus. Let's get back right to the topic. Why should you pay tithe as a Christian? Does tithing, like I said earlier on, I've said it before severally, I tithe because I love God. If you love someone, you give to them. Right? Number one, I'm going to be giving us 10 different reasons why you should pay tithe as a child of God. I would like to emphasize that tithing is not an act of generosity. It is an act of obedience. When you love God, you obey Him. There's this song I used to sing when I was a young Christian. Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe. Walking exactly as the Lord's command, showing that you believe. Happiness is the very best way to show that you believe. Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe. Obedience. Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe. Obedience is the very best way by people. Obedience, like, if you love God, you will obey Him. What is tithe that you can't pay tithes? Why are you giving yourself to all those controversies? Don't pay your tithes. It's the man of God that will eat it. And they are using it to live a flamboyant lifestyle. It's not your business. I've said it again. You can watch the previous video on tithing. What exactly it is. It's not your business what the church does with your tithe. Yours is to pay it. You're paying it to God. And when God sees your heart, He will give you the blessings. He will give you the blessings. Why should you pay tithe? Number one, it provides for the house of God. God cannot come down to build a church. He's not going to come down to fix the leaking roof. He's not going to come down to fix the fans or to buy the chairs. He's going to do it through you and I. Yeah, He's going to come down. He's going to use your money. He's going to use my money to do it. When you have a child, don't you finance that child? Don't you pay their fees? Don't you buy them shoes and clothes? Why should you leave your father's house naked? It is your responsibility to take care of the house where you worship. It is your responsibility to take care of the house where you worship. To make sure there is meat in your father's house. Number two, it transforms your money into a seed. When you pay your tithe, your money is automatically transformed into a seed and it grows. Do you know that when you pay your tithe, you cannot use your money to finance negativity? Pastor Jerry said, you will not use your money to finance negativity. That prophetic word is only for tithe payers. I dare to say it. Yes. It's for people that give their seed. It's for people that give their resources to God. God needs something to work with. When you plant your seed, He will work with it. He will water it. And He will ensure that no devourer comes near you. Number three, it lets everything in your life know that God is first. Do you know that it's a mark of honor to make sure that you pay your tithe first? When you collect that salary, when you collect that money, before you even touch it to pay for house rent, your fees, or whatever you want to use it for, it is a mark of honor for you to say, Lord, I'm going to give you my 10% first before I use this money for any other thing. And you give it to God first. Do you know this is a mark of honor? Are you aware of that as a child of God? When you do that, I bet you that remaining 90% will be more than enough to cover up for everything you need. Of course, some of you might say, oh, it's not like that, Jared, I've paid, I've not seen any changes. You don't know how what God has prevented you from. That accident that did not happen, that mishap that did not come near you. What if God had allowed it to happen? Do you know how much you would have spent to get back on your feet? But God averted it. It may not come in monetary terms. That your child that goes to school every day, crossing the road and comes back from the beginning of the term to the end. Not there was no accident. The thing is ordinary. My daughter crosses the road every day to go to school. She will go and drop her younger one. She will cross the express. She's in secondary school from January to December. I did not have any cause to receive any call that she was knocked down or she fell down and broke her ankle or something. I did not have any cause to sleep in a hospital for a single night throughout the course of 2024 by the grace of God. Yes, I have sown the seed and God is watering it. So it may not come back in forms of money. Yes, come back, you see the money, but it may not come back enough. It may come back in so many other ways that you may not even be able to tell. But God is actually working, even if you're not seeing it. Number 4, it tells God that I trust him. You're telling God, Father, I trust you. I know that this money is not even enough, but I just have to give you this 10% because I love you, because I trust you, because you're my God. It tells him that you trust him, and because of that, he will bless you. Quickly, number 5, it connects your money into a kingdom purpose. Do you know what it is for your money to be used for the kingdom? You are sowing an eternal seed. What are the things of this world? All the houses, all the cars, they are vanity upon vanity. They will vanish away. The only thing, eternal thing you have is the seed you have sown on this earth. It is the house of God you built. It is that soul that you ministered to when they were hungry. Do you know every time you pay your tithe, every time you build the house of God, every time you make sure that there is meat in his house, do you know you're building your reserve in heaven? Which is the most important thing you could ever own in this life. That is the only thing that will speak for you when you cross over to the other side. Not the houses you owned. Sorry, my baby is sneezing. Just ignore that. Yeah. It tells God that you trust him. Number 7, it gives your job an eternal significance. You're telling God, Father, I'm in this job, and I've been able to earn this money, I'm giving it back to you. This job, I'm not just doing it just to satisfy my flesh. I'm doing this job so that there will be eternal significance in what I'm doing here. I'm earning this money so I can give back to you, so that your word can be spread throughout the world. You're earning that salary, you're sowing that seed to your pastor, you're helping the church, the word of God is being preached, you're impacting lives, you're winning souls. Your money is not in vain. Don't give up. Don't say, I'm not seeing any result. Just keep giving. You're building your account in heaven. Number, it prevents greed and self-reliance. When you tell God, I give this seed to you, you're telling God, I'm relying on you, not on this money. You're my source. You're telling God, you're my source. I'm not my source. This salary is not my source. You're my source. That is what they're telling God, and God is proud and happy to know that you're relying on him. You're not relying on that salary. Do you think the salary that has been paying your bills all this while? No. It is the message of God. It's not even enough. It is God. Number 9, it creates a margin in your life for God to fill. You're creating a margin. You're telling God, as I give this to you, please fill me back up. When you want to be filled up, you have to empty your reserve for you to receive an overflow. When you empty yourself, you're telling God, Lord, I have emptied it back to you. Give it back to me in millions of fold. And you see, he will honor that word. He will honor your trust, your faith, and your reliance on him. And lastly, it lets everything in your life know that God is first. God is your number 1. You're relying on God. You're trusting him. You're believing in him. That's why you're giving it back to him. You're not saying this is not even enough. Let me manage it, Joy. It's not even enough. What am I giving it back to God for? Please go over this topic once again. Go over this point. Go over it again and again if you're having some doubts about why you should pay your tithe. If not for anything, as I've always said, do it because you love God. And I tell you, you will testify. Please, if you know you like this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up. Kindly share it. Kindly subscribe to this channel. I just can't wait for us to increase, for us to quadruple and become thousands so we can talk about Jesus together. So kindly subscribe to this channel, like, subscribe, and share this video. Until I see you in my next video.
Barada gadile ko barada ban sebreketi ka barada bashatai. Arakabada bada bakati ko benes kabrekeveti la ka barada bashada bakambe. Iku kabada bakati kesi gada kanda kambre bebe.